Welcome to our Feel Good workout where I'm streaming live on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you've subscribed. Please drop a comment while you go through this. It will be saved for everyone to replay. And I have an amazing community on Zoom. So good morning to everyone on Zoom. If you'd like to join by Zoom, please sign up to my free newsletter on my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com. And my amazing mother-in-law, Nishaben Mehta, will be joining me very shortly to demonstrate all the exercises seated. You can also do them standing. It's a low impact workout. So it's literally what feels good for you. You take it at your own pace. And we have a selection of household objects here. You don't need any fancy equipment. Some tin cans, some plastic bottles, even a rucksack is a great idea. We're going to start the Feel Good Fitness Prescription as outlined in my new book, The Feel Good Fix, which if you haven't pre-ordered yet, it's available on all online retail stores. It's currently on discount on Amazon for only $11.99. The retail price is $18.99. So make sure you pre-order. That's only up until publication date of the 30th. So I would love you all to have the Feel Good Fix is a really reference guide. It's got all the science, a lot of the exercise snacks and exercises that we do in this session, as well as special video links that go straight to videos that you can follow along. So let's start. So we're going to start with a bit of a breath snack. This is your mindful minute. We're all leading fast-paced lives. Just relax your shoulders, take a seat, close your eyes, bring a smile to your face. Let's just tune into our breath. And this is to calm the body and the mind, to reset the nervous system from that often fight or flight mode where we're rushing around to the parasympathetic nervous system to help us calm, digest, reset before we start the workout. Today we're going to do a coherent breathing technique, which is breathing in for around 5 and counting. So I'll count out loud and then breathing out for 5 as well. But you just do what you can. It's just a lovely breath that's actually linked to a lot of science that's outlined in my book. So we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your eyes closed. Just try and resume a normal breath, whatever feels good for you. Check in with your body. That was just 5 rounds of that breathing technique. How do you feel? I definitely feel calmer, more relaxed. Keep your eyes closed. Maybe place your hands in front of you. Give them a good rub together. Get some heat in those palms. And then place those palms over your closed eyes. Just for a second, take a breath in. Bring a smile to your face as you breathe out. Just open your eyes with your hands just in front of you. Let a bit of light in. Take your time. Breathe in again. And then on your next exhale, bring the hands away. How do you feel? If that is all you do today or through your day, doesn't it feel calmer? Give me some thumbs up on Zoom if you feel a bit better. 1 minute in your Feel Good toolkit. We're going to start either seated or standing. We're going to start with our mobility snack now. So even if you do sections or little exercises into your day, we're going to do our desk reset, which is the 1 minute snack in my book as well. Bringing your shoulders up, back an inch or two and down. It's called a desk reset because it's like the analogy of a desk, that shape. So we're bringing the shoulders up, back an inch or two, and then down the spine. And we want to try and keep our posture there because do you feel taller? Your back should be straighter. Your stomach muscles should be a little bit engaged. You can even engage your pelvic floor, which is another snack in my book as well. Let's do it once more. Bring it up, back and down. So through the workout, through your day, when you're sitting too long, rounding your backs, think of desk reset. Similarly, we can bring the shoulders up towards our ears and big breath out, drop the shoulders, nice little shrug. Really good to release any tension, bringing those up to your ears. Inhale, exhale down, lovely. And one more, I love these, it's such a great little technique. You can use anytime you're feeling a little bit tight or anxious. We're then going to do some nods with our neck. So we're bringing the head up and down with your chin coming to your chest, trying to keep your posture the same. You can do everything seated until mummy comes. I'll demonstrate seated and standing. Bringing that chin up and down. I want you to smile. I want you to enjoy this session. You're here. You have made it. You're investing in your health. Simple mobility movements, but this is like a positive yes. A yes to improving my health, a yes to doing whatever I can do today that my body allows. And then we're going to turn from left to right, almost like we're saying no to any negativity, no to any bad thoughts, and no to any negative energy at all. Just really nice movements for the neck. We're going to bring that into a circle now, so maybe 3 each way. Imagine drawing a big circle like you've got a face of a clock in front of you and you're trying to go round the clock, maybe anti-clockwise, and then change direction, really easing out. I've got my eyes closed. I can really feel my head and neck. Really needed this little bit of mobility that we can add in any time of the day when you're sitting or standing. And then we're going to do a nice neck stretch, just a quick one, bringing one hand onto the opposite ear and just easing down. You should be able to feel a nice stretch, relaxing that shoulder. You can even turn your head to deepen the stretch wherever you feel it. And the other side, you can place the other hand behind your back. Some of you are seated, so you can do this anytime on the sofa, watching TV, working at your desk. Brilliant. We're going to do some opposite arm and leg reaches now. So we're going to keep our hands behind our ears. Open out your elbows. So rather than here, I want you to think about opening out your chest. Seated or standing, we're going to try and twist so that that elbow touches the opposite knee. Use your stomach muscles by keeping your core tight. That's like your belly button is sucked in towards your spine. Try and breathe out each time you twist. So this is a great one, especially if you're standing, you've got to balance, so be careful. If you're seated, think about that twist in your core. Open out each time. So if you're here in the middle, reset and twist. Twist. Lovely. Let's go for 5 more. 4. Pranam, mummy. 3. How are you? Are you okay? 2. Lovely. And 1. Amazing. She's just in time for, I'll give her a second. We're going to do 1 more before we do the feel good hugs. We're going to try and pass something under your knee. So standing or seated, probably seated is a little bit safer, but I would probably just grab a tin can or a little plastic bottle, and we're just going to pass it under our knee. So we're just warming everything up. But here again, as you lift the knee, think about your stomach muscles, keeping them tight. Think about coordination, because this is what I'm trying to do. I nearly got it wrong there. We're keeping our brains fit. My brain is, with the book launch, there's so much going on. I need this. So yeah, keeping our brains fit. If you are standing, you're balancing as well. This is great because we're doing coordinated activities. We want to reduce our risks of things like Alzheimer's and dementia. And exercise is one of the best tools to do that, physical activity. So this is quite a nice one. Shall we try and change direction? This is where it's going to get difficult. Mummy thought that was too easy, right? So whichever leg you started on, can you do it the other way? This is where it gets a little bit more exciting and challenging. We're firing up the neurons. Well done. I can see my mum on Zoom. Kumudja, well done. Vinu uncle, Champu auntie, Marion. We've got Ayush auntie, Lal uncle. Saroj auntie, Urmila Ben Taylor, Chan Singh, Pravin Shah, Rupesh's iPad. Who have I missed? I'll give you all a quick shout out. Ambujamanti, Purnamanti, yes, well done. Feeling a bit warmer? Yeah. These are little brain nibbles, things that we can do that are coordinating our brain. Now, anytime I'm talking too much, I'm giving you that rest period. But if you want an active recovery, you can start boxing out your arms, maybe adding in some tin cans, maybe even adding in some dumbbells like Vinu uncle on Zoom has just done. And you could go faster or slower with your feet, whatever works for you. This is your chance to maybe rest as well. It could be 1 minute while I open the door because I've got very hot suddenly. We'll just let a bit of fresh air in. It's lovely and warm finally in the UK here. So make sure you stay hydrated through the workout as well. We're going to start with a feel-good hug. So mummy's come just in time. This is a great one for your back health, like a seated or standing cat-cow. We're going to open out our arms, breathe in. You're really expanding your chest. You're arching your back, lifting through your chin. If you've got someone near you, go and grab them. Otherwise, I want you to give yourself a massive hug just for being here today. And it's a lovely release of oxytocin. Mummy and I will send you another one. Again, let's change arms. So whatever arm was on top, now bring the other one there. So I'm just getting you to think about your movements. Now we're going to try and do a banded exercise. You don't have to have a band though. You could use a belt, you could use a pair of old tights, you could use a gown tie even, but these are quite handy because they're stretchy, and depending on your ability, you can hold it loose or tighter for a more advanced progression. We're going to start with a spinal twist. So we're going to bring the band behind your head. If you haven't got a band or if it feels uncomfortable, you could keep your hands here, and like the last move with your elbows out wide. And all we're going to do is try and twist round, keeping your waist forward. So try not to move your hips. Try and make the movement come out of your spine and your core. Your torso is working. It's a nice torso twist. Breathing out as you twist, out and in. Try and just lift your chin, mummy. Good. So your back is nice and straight. Think about our desk reset snack, the one we did at the beginning through all the exercises. I can really feel this. And relax. It's obviously harder with a band. Try both, see what works for you. We're now going to go into my famous Lavina's daily prescription, the shoulder floss. I make it look easy, but I know it's difficult, so please listen to your body. I see people that can't get their arms up and over, that you may need to bend your elbows. You may have to just reduce the range, so you might not be able to go all the way back. But slowly over time, I promise you, if you practice this one every day, like you floss your teeth, that's why I call it the shoulder floss. So it's tied to an existing habit. Again, this is in the Feel Good Fix. I can't wait for you to see it. And it's got a lot of the benefits of this as well, which I try and share on these workouts. But this is a great one to encourage everyone in your family. Get the ripple effect with exercise. Show your grandchildren, your children, your friends, your partners, anyone that is sitting too long, to prevent this rounding and to try and get this full range of movement in our shoulders back. Relax there, give it a little shake. You have the option to add a few steps in at any time. Great way to get our steps in from indoors. We might have to move this workout out into the garden in summer because it's so nice outside. We'll now do our little bow and arrow. So again, this is a great one to do at your desks or sofas. Both arms in front. You don't have to use a band. You could even use some tin cans. We're going to bring one elbow back and round. It's at shoulder height, like I'm firing an arrow. Robin Hood is thinking in my head here. But it's really good to target the back. Can you feel it on your back muscles? You're squeezing the scapula, your shoulder blades together. The band obviously makes it harder because you're using resistance, but this is a great one to work the upper back. Your spine, your shoulders, your arms, everything is working. Are you breathing throughout the moves? You breathe out on the hard bit, so this tension, inhale on the release. One more each side if you can. If you don't like this one, you just try a different exercise. Anything that works for you, it's all flexible. I'm just showing you lots of things in these workouts. Final one we're going to do is our lat pull down. So again, if you don't have a band, use some tin cans. Keep one arm fixed, nice and straight by your ears. Shoulders relaxed. Other elbow comes down the side, and I'm squeezing these muscles here, the latissimus dorsi. Yep, can you feel that? So mummy's doing a nice alternate, squeeze and release. So breathe out as you squeeze that tension and release. Good. Can you really focus on that mind to muscle connection? I've written a lot about the science. There's 40 pages of studies of my book, but it's showing that even focusing on the muscles that we're working gives us amazing results. So really powerful to know that when you're exercising, try and keep focus on the areas that we're targeting here. Good. Maybe one more or give it a little shake. We'll leave the band for now, but even keep a band by your sofa, by your desk. So you could even do a shoulder floss in the mornings. Keep it by your sink so you remember after you've done it. Yeah, I do feel like we should do some skipping. Vinu Uncle's just inspired me. I wasn't going to add skipping, but let's start with our cardio snack. Should we do a bit of skipping? So he is already up. You could do skipping standing. We don't do jumps because this is a low impact workout. So I'm suggesting just imagining a rope, but mummy, you could do the jumps like you do here with double feet seated, just landing nice and light on your toes. Mummy's got lovely full circles going on with the arms. So you could have them bent, you could have them straight. I'm going to pretend I'm in the playground. Close your eyes, imagine those childhood memories that we all have of skipping. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax for a second. So we're going to do little bits, little snacks of cardio, aerobic activity. Did you feel your heart rate come up? When we're thinking about this mentally, does it make you feel good thinking about skipping in your childhood? Because I want you to get the whole mental health benefits, that lovely thoughts, positive thoughts. Forget about all your worries during this workout. We're now going to go into boxing again, but this time if you're seated, you could add in a leg extension. So you can maybe box for 10 on one leg, holding it out, and the other. So when you're extending your leg, you're targeting your quadriceps, which will help strengthen your knees. If you want to add in some weights, mummy, do you want to add in some tin cans? Have you got some there? They're the perfect weight. I've got some safe bottles here. So we're going to box. Oh no, we're doing leg extension. Let's do 10 with maybe one leg up and then 10 with the other leg up. So again, I'm making you think here, coordinated movements. Yeah, it's a little bit harder. You're going to roughly do 10. Good. We're punching out our worries, getting rid of any stress. If you're standing, obviously feel free to just box it out. You could even change the boxing to the side. You could go upwards. You could go sideways. You could add in some hooks, whatever works for you. Let's go for one more on each leg if you're seated. Lovely work. I can feel the heart rate going up. Take deep breaths. And the other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super work. How are we feeling? Yes? Have a little break. So this is where monitor how you feel. Is your heart rate up? Are you feeling a little bit warmer? Let's bring it back down. That's why I'm giving you this little rest, because even this, your recovery, is a great indicator of your fitness levels. So you probably recover quite quickly. I'm about to ask Mummy. She looks fine now. Yeah. So that's really positive, right? Because you know that you're able to exert and then you're recovering fast. If you were unfit, it would probably take you a little bit longer. Does everyone feel good? Does that make sense? Yeah, brilliant. So are we ready to go? If you need a bit more rest, you can. We're going to try and do high knees this time. You don't have to have weights, but I would bring your knees up, and then the coordination is going to be the arms. If you're standing, obviously balance work here, so be careful, but keep your core tight. Belly button sucked in towards your spine. It's like you're pulling a rope with those arms. The knees are going as high as they can. Again, we can go fast or slow. We're going to go for 10, 9. You do what you can. 8. Good. 7. Count out loud. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just, gosh, 15 to 20 seconds probably there. How are you feeling? Deep breaths. But she's smiling already, so she's recovering quick. So she's a testament to show how your fitness, your stamina can improve, which is really important to point out. And you could do a little cardio snack any time of the day. The more you sprinkle these into your day, the better, to break up the amount of time sitting. We're going to do a little bit of balance work now. So if you're able to stand, we're going to try and do the little 10-second balance. Again, in my book, which has lots of progressions, because some of you I know have been training with me for a while, so you can do more, and there's lots of ideas of what else you can add on. But if not, if you're seated, we're going to hold out the leg. If you're standing, make sure you've got a chair or a wall, and we're going to try and hold out for 10 seconds. Engage your core. If you can't do 10, stop and start. That's absolutely fine. Let's go on one side for 10, 9, 8, 7. You can count with me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Well done. Did you manage to do it on one leg? Both sides can be different. 10 seconds is a great indicator for our longevity. I hate to tell you, but the science shows if you can't do 10 seconds, you're twice as likely to have a premature death in the next decade. So twice as likely to die in the next decade, which I don't really want to say. It's quite morbid, but it's a great eye-opener on how important it is, because we want to reduce our risks of falls, and we want to just aim for 10. If you can't do it, please don't worry. You just do as much as you can. Let's try the other side. Focus on a point. 10, 9, 8. Make sure you've got something near you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And every day can be different. Some days you might feel a little bit out of balance. Yep. Because I know Mummy can do it. So I don't want you to think after I've told you that study that you start worrying. This is just like little facts on why we should be practicing. It doesn't mean that if you can't do 10 seconds, that's going to happen to you, because you can do a minute sometimes, I know, because she's been practicing. But some days you might not have slept well. You might be feeling, I don't know, a little bit tired, or it's a bit hot, or whatever's going on. So please don't worry is the message. Yep, it's a good indicator. Similarly, we're going to do our hip openers, so either standing or seated. With a bit of balance, we're going to open out one side. It's like a gate opener. This is in my book as well. You can see I'm supporting on one leg, which is taking all of my weight. If I'm able to balance, Mummy's doing it beautifully on the chair, but at the same time, focus on your hip joint. So I've written a lot about hip fractures, especially the risks for women, and with osteoporosis, and obviously if you do have a hip fracture, but we want to try and keep our hips mobile. And the more we sit, I'm doing the same side for one more, the more we sit, the more tight our hips can get. That can lead to lower back pain, it can lead to glute pain, it can even travel up the body. So this is just a great one, just to think about keeping your waist forward so the movement is just coming out of the ball and socket joint. Can you feel it there? We're trying to keep our hips mobile. And I've also written that hips carry a lot of stress. So when we're feeling stressed, this area of our body is really where it carries it. So we want to try and keep it nice and released. I've called it the happy hip snack in my book. I don't want to give too much away, but that's what we want to do, is keep our hips happy. Lovely. Down and up and relax. There's a lot more exercises in the book with the videos as well. So please, please, please order your books. It'll be a great guide for everyone. Let's go into our main strength section. Again, if you want to add in a little bit while I explain, we're going to start with press-ups. Mummy can start on the wall, is where we start every time with everyone. If you're not able to stand, I'll show you a seated option. If you're against the wall, make sure you have a nice straight back. If you're progressing, you can move your feet just a little bit further away, hands at shoulder height. We inhale as we go towards the wall in a straight body. So you try not to leave your hips behind. You're trying to keep the whole body straight and moving, thinking about your whole upper body. Some of you have progressed to maybe a desk or your kitchen counter. For those that can't stand for whatever reason, even if you're working from home, you could just try and do pushing against your thighs. Think about engaging all the upper body muscles in your arms. This is a compound movement. We want to build muscle for so many benefits. Let's try and go for 10. When you've done them, like Mummy has, or take your time, roll out your wrists, maybe loosen up with a bit of boxing if you've got the energy. Otherwise, just give yourself a few rolls. We're going to do a second set. How was that, Mummy? Easy? So what you could do is move your feet like a centimetre further away. You did, good girl. She's already progressing. Do you guys find that easy? I want you to think about what you could do on this second set, which will be a bit harder because you've already done 10, is to do another set. Even if you're seated, really focus on pushing, working, tightening these muscles, yeah? Can you feel that? So you bend your elbows and you push against your thighs. Let's go for 10 more. I will show you some here. If I was to go a little bit further away, this is quite a challenge against the wall. Inhaling, exhaling. Try and keep your stomach muscles tight. Use your breath, bend at the elbows, push away. So if anything's hard on your wrist, please do the seated option, or just do a different exercise from the ones that we've done today. This is a real queen of upper body exercises. Lovely. And we will, obviously, I'll explain all about strength training and why I want all ages to find ways to build muscle, especially even the young. After the age of 30, we start losing our bone density and our muscle mass. And the science shows how critical this is to lead a healthy, happy life. Well done. Roll out the wrists. We're going to try and go into another exercise for upper body where we've almost fatigued those muscles. Feel free to add a bit of boxing while I'm talking, but I'm letting other people rest. We're going to do some side raises, so straight arms to shoulder height, and go really slowly down. And then we're going to go to front, same to shoulder height, and down. At the same time, I'm keeping my stomach muscles tight, my back nice and straight. We're going to try and do about 5, so it's 10 in total. Will you count for me? You guys can count as well, because that's in my book. You try and do something like counting alongside your movement. It's sparking up your brain as well. Good. So this is 1 set, yeah? And then we'll do 5 sets. Now try and go out. You could even add a hold in here to make it a little bit harder. Come nice and slow down. So hold and really slow. If you've got heavier weights, please obviously do it at your own pace. Good. Can you feel that hold? It makes it a little bit more challenging. Good. Try and keep your arms straight. I'm just seeing my mum on Zoom. If you're coming out to the front, can you keep those arms a little bit straighter? Good. If your weights are heavy, use tin cans. They're the perfect. Good. Well done, Mum. She's smiling as well on it. And both mums are smiling. That was the cue. Good. Maybe use some tin cans or no weight at all. We're done with 5. Brilliant. Box it out or rest or even give yourself a few circles. That's it. My mum is already boxing on Zoom. I'm watching her today. Keeping an eye on you, Mum. Well done on YouTube. Please drop a comment if you need, if you've got any feedback through the session. It keeps it nice and interactive. We're now going to go for our lower body, the king of lower body exercises, which is squats. Well done. She knows everything now, Mummy. You can take over. Yes. So if you can't stand, I'm going to show you the different options. If you know your sit and stand or your squat, you can start. You'll end up doing more repetitions, but you can. If you don't know what you're doing, leg extension is the level 1. Really targeting these muscles. You can add a hold in. Think about your quadriceps as you lift a leg. You could even add a weight in and hold it out just to get a frontal raise and an extra challenge. Otherwise, if you level 2, if you need support of your chair, the sit and stand feet are just wider than shoulder width. We're going to use our chair. Knees are always going out in line with our toes. Just come up a few inches. You'll feel all the muscles just activating as we're coming up and down. So Mummy's holding on there, but you can hold on to your chair. Just check your feet. Can you see your toes, Mummy? Is the weight in your heels? Good. And then the final one, which a lot of you have already started, if you're able to stand unaided, you could even place your hands on opposite shoulders or in front of you, prayer position, but squeeze all the muscles. Breathe out and slowly down. So that slow movement, the eccentric movement, is so important. Again, lots of science I've explained in my book, and how important squats are for our brain health. They're probably one of the best exercises to boost the blood flow to the brain, and we're working with and against gravity. It's just so fascinating how brilliant squats are. There's also research to show 10 squats every 45 minutes is equivalent to a half an hour walk, Mummy. That's a new piece of research that's coming out. But 10 squats every 45 minutes can be quite hard for everyone. So I'm just saying, maybe tell people that are younger, but it's a great option, right? If you can't, 10 squats every 45 minutes. And it also encourages, like my book says, 3 minutes of exercise every 30 minutes, and the science behind it, the latest research. But it could be anything, right? You could go for your stair snack. You could do some squats. You can mix up these little snacks in. It's just keeping moving little and often through the day. How did that feel? Give your legs a little shake, maybe march out. We're going to do one more set. This is your chance, if you've been working out with me before, to add on some weight. If you're beginner, keep it just no weight, just your body weight. But the progressive overload is where strength training gets exciting. You try and increase the weight gradually over time to help that muscle build and get stronger. Breathe out. Mummy, you're doing 10, so will you count? Good. You do what you can. Lovely. Are you really squeezing your glutes at the top?
Forward.
Check your knees are going out in line with your toes. 5. Good. Sit and stand. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Do what you can. Even leg extensions are great. Lovely. 8. Good. And 9. Brilliant work. Last one. 10. Brilliant work. So let me just put a caveat on what I just said about 10 squats every 45 minutes. That's probably, you can march out, not achievable for all ages, which is why any of my snacks are beneficial. If you do it every half an hour, every 45 minutes, even if you did a little balance snack, say you did some press-ups, yeah? So you're working different muscles. Say you did a little bit of boxing, just for a little bit to break up the amount of time that we're not moving or we're sitting for too long. So please don't try and do 110 squats or whatever it could end up being a day, right? It could be more. This is during an 8-hour window, so probably 80 squats is probably quite hard for everyone based on your ability, but it's just an idea. So quite exciting to see how exercise snacking is changing, and this is what I wanted people to do, bite-sized amounts of movement. We're going to move on. So shoulders back and down. You can grab some tin cans or some light weights. Let me show you what we're going to do first. We're going to do our bicep curls. So think about the weight you're using. Again, if it's light, you can curl up, elbows tucked in. You can slow that movement down. So we're working our biceps here. Really important for lifting, carrying, pulling, pushing, day-to-day activities. That's why we want our strength, yeah? It's not about how we look. It's about how we live. Good. Breathe out. Lovely, mummy. Mummy's holding weights with her bigger weights. As long as your wrist is lovely and straight, which is what I'm checking, and your shoulders are back, your elbows are in. Shall we do 4 more? Curling up and down. Can you feel it here? If they're light, go a little bit slower, your weights. You can increase your weight next time you play this workout. It will be saved on YouTube. 2 and 1. You could even increase the amount of repetitions you do. That's a great way to progress. Relax there. I'm going to show you the last move with our arms, which is going to be the shoulder press. So you can maybe change your weights, go a little bit heavier or lighter, whatever works for you. We're going to try and do a single. So lifting up one side, another single, and then take a deep breath, breathe out a double. Try to keep your back and stomach muscles, not like stomach muscles engaged, your back is not moving, you're keeping it nice and still. So single, we're working our shoulders here. Single and double, good. Go nice and slow, breathe out as you press. Can you stick with the little coordination to keep our brains fit? And press, lovely. Are you feeling these yet, mummy? Yes, are they okay? Good. This is mimicking being able to put something up on a shelf ourselves. So things that we can maintain our independence for as long as possible. If you can't do these, do not worry. You just try and find an exercise that you can do. Everyone is different. Press and press. Should we do 1 more? And double press. Yay. Hold your trophies up. and relax it down. We've done quite a lot in one go. How are we all feeling? Good? Let's do a last little blitz of boxing just to get the heart rate up if we can. If you need to rest, some arm circles, some shoulder circles. Let's go if we can. Bless you. Are you okay? Yeah. Shall I shut the door? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. We've got a nice breeze in here, just a little bit. Yeah? Good. Do you want to add in some tin cans or are we good? Whatever we want. So everyone is still boxing while we were. There we go. Should we start again? Let's go. Let's count down from 20. Can you count for me? Okay, let's go. Everybody count. 20, 19, 18, 17. Good. Punch away your worries. Woo! Slow or fast. 11. Maybe add the feet in. 9, 8. Oh, 7. Keep going if you can. We're there. 4. Well done. 2 and 1. Well done. 20 seconds is all you need to get your heart rate up. You're working your lungs, your heart. Super well done, everyone. We're going to do one last exercise for our stomach, our sides of our bodies here. And we're going to keep one hand behind our ear, elbow coming out nice and wide. And then we're going to reach towards the side of your body as if you're between two panes of glass. You could hold a weight here if you want to progress, but I want you to think about working your love handle. So do you feel that? We're down and then we squeeze back up to standing. I'll show you from the side that I'm reaching and then squeezing up. All the sides. Good. 4. And then 3, we're going to change sides. Can you feel this, Mummy? Good. We're here on the side. Lovely. 2. Stomach muscles are drawn in. And 1. Very good. Seated is really effective for this one as well. Other side, maybe holding on to a plastic bottle or a tin or a dumbbell. If not, just reach, squeeze up. Focus on these side oblique muscles or love handles, whatever you want to call them. Down and squeeze. Good. 3. Keep your head nice and straight, your back straight. Big smiles. 2. And 1. Lovely work. Super work, everyone. We've done so much in one session. Even if you take away for homework, shall we say if you do every hour even, 10 squats for 3 times in the day and maybe press-ups for the 4th hour. Or maybe you do 2 sets of press-ups and 2 sets of squats a day. Could you do that? 20 press-ups, 20 squats. That could be the homework for this week. Is anyone up for the challenge? Put your thumbs up if you are. That would be amazing. You can let me know. We're going to do it together. We can't do it every hour. As in, you can do it all together. You could do, the beauty of exercise snacking is the more you do it through the day, then it actually helps your metabolism. It helps with your blood pressure, your cholesterol. It's all explained in the book. If you can try. Otherwise, of course, do it in the morning. That would be amazing if you can. Let's stretch. That's the most important part of the end of our feel-good workout. So we're reducing risks of injuries. One leg out in front of you, nice and straight if you can, toes towards you. Lovely breath in as you reach your arms up. Exhale, reach for anywhere, maybe your toes, maybe your shins, your knees, but relax your upper body. Take some deep breaths, relax the back, your shoulders. Try and bring your chest towards your thigh, wherever it goes. Don't worry if you can't reach your toes. Leg nice and straight, so you feel a nice stretch all the way down the legs and on your back. And then slowly, slowly roll up the spine. Beautiful. Other side for me. Inhale, Exhale, reaching forward. Can you hold there? We're holding these stretches. I'm going to look on YouTube. We've got quite a few people joining live at the moment, so well done to them, where this will all be saved. And then when you're ready, roll up. Beautiful. We've done so much with our upper body. Let's bring our hands into the middle of our backs, opening out the chest, maybe trying to bring those elbows together. So we're trying, I've got my palms facing down, whatever works for you. Open out your chest. This is a really good one, especially if you take on the press up challenge every day. You want to stretch this out so that you don't get the soreness as much. You don't have any injuries, I'm praying. And it's really good for our flexibility. We're going to then round the back. So imagine you're hugging a tree, you're creating a C shape. You're trying to open out your vertebra, and I've got my arms in front. Really lovely stretch. Breathe in here. On the exhale, lift the arms up, straight up. Let's do a full body stretch. Maybe hands are interlocked. Maybe going onto your tiptoes. That's it. Or on your chair. Lovely. You can even lift your heels up and then bring it down. We're going to do a quick shoulder stretch. So we'll just bring one arm in front of us. Relax the shoulder. Looking over, drawing that arm in towards your body. Can you feel that across your upper back and shoulders? Lovely. Just a stretch snack would be a lovely thing to sprinkle into your day. And I've got lots of these again in my book. I am doing a book launch in Chorleywood bookshop in the library locally on the 28th of May. I would love you all to come. Tickets are selling fast, so please go on to the website, Chorleywood Bookshop. I'd love to see you all at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, the 28th of May, and you'll get advanced copies of my book. So before they come out on the 30th, and I'll get to meet you all, which will be the most exciting. We're going to do a nice final feel-good finish, so I hope you're feeling good. We're going to take a nice big positive inhale, lift the arms up, exhale, bring the arms down, release any tension, anxiety. Hopefully it's all gone away. Mummy, could you do one in Gujarati? We have workouts in Gujarati on my YouTube as well. Lovely work. One final big positive inhale. Hands meet at the top. Bring those hands down in prayer position. Just close your eyes for a second. You have done so well. Whatever you managed to do today, it's an investment in your physical health, your mental health, helping us reduce risks of so many chronic illnesses. And thank your amazing bodies. Take a bow. Give yourselves a huge clap. Well done. Super work, everyone. I'm so proud of you all. I want these workouts to share. Please share so I can help as many people as possible. Tell a friend. That's the homework. Tell the friend about the workouts. Tell them about the book. Bring a friend to book launch. I would love to see you all. And I'm going to talk to everyone on Zoom now, but I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube where it's going to be saved. Super well done. I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know in the comments. And